Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We are still in Clear Van Relak on the second level. We are trying to explore this area.
Hey.
And we go into the next fight with
Leave
this
it to me.
Will-O-Wisp now. There are two actually. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go.
Arctic word and rock!
Alright, we're good. That was not at all problematic. What do we have here? The images in this alcove depict a row of pale stones surrounding a suit of armor. Something flows from the stones and into the armor, imbuing it with a golden halo. And here we have 4 egg-shaped stones sit atop short, narrow pedestals, all face an altar in the middle of the room. Okay. But we can't do anything with that altar.
Yeah?
I'll take a look.
We go back into stealth. Because now I would say we go to that room or we go this way. Actually, let's go this way first. To go down here to the south. The southern part of this area, of this level, I mean. Dungeons construction complete. Oh, nice. In that case, let me check that out. What can we do next? With all the money we have, we should be able to do something now. The Curio Shop trades in oddball curiosities, allows you to purchase the parts of exotic creatures, and generates a random creature part every turn in the Stronghold treasury. Okay. Chapel. The chapel is the religious center of the Stronghold. It will allow you to purchase scrolls from a priest and grants a bonus to resolve upon resting at Bright Hollow. Forum, we would get intelligence bonus. Hedge Maze, we would get a bonus to stealth. Warden's Lodge would give us survival skill. And we could be able to get bounties, apparently. Woodland Trails, construction and athletics. Constitution and athletics. Alright, Bright Hollow Hearth. This is just... Okay, those two are just decorative like the lab as well. I'd say we start with the first one. Actually, no, I think intelligence might be the most important one for at least some of our mages, but, well, it's not for me though. You know what? We're gonna do all of them anyway, so let's start with the Curio Shop. Takes only 2 days. Let's open this one. And let's see. So far the enemies here were all lower than our level. This one, level 3, yeah, definitely. Not even close to our level. Okay.
Hey there. Arctic word and rock!
Are you all coming? I hope. And now everyone apart from you two again for the last phantom.
Yeah?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Quiet.
back into stealth mode. What do we have here? Ajar grows from a central pillar and seems to spill down the steps. Luminous egg-shaped stones are nested within rippling Ajar. Okay. Just going around and see what we find here. Another animate?
Hey.
Can I... Yes. The bear as well, come on. Bear, why aren't you attacking this one as well? Something is off now. Why isn't... Why isn't any one of the other ones attacking as well? I don't understand what's wrong. Why weren't they doing anything right now? That was totally weird. Can you please help them? Would that be possible?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. My bear is still not attacking. I don't understand what's wrong with them. Now they are attacking. Holy hell. That's weird. Totally weird. I don't know why you were just standing there without attacking. Totally weird. Anyways, scenes from a battle appear on this column. An army of men in loincloths and hides is gathered, dwarfed by a dozen full suits of armor that loom over them. In the descending images, the armors crush the army.
Hey there.
And what does the flame reveal?
Alright. Next. Where do we go here? Looks like a more open room, probably with more enemies. Let's see what kind of enemies. Adra animate. Alright. We'll
Hey.
see how many enemies there will be in total. Mm-hmm. Alright, you'll have to... not you,
What?
you... use that, please. And some healing as well for them. Okay.
Show them how it's done! That looks like it hurt.
Come on. Oh, they're healing that thing, right? Okay, in that case, let's disengage and focus on this one. Yeah.
Hey there. I have something here that works. Engwithan Roth!
Okay, no. Everyone on this one. I am not you, and you either. Just go here. For the rest, attack this one.
Hey there.
Yeah.
That's how it's done.
And now we can take care of the big one.
Gotta have something here that works.
Come on. Yeah, almost.
Get a good shot with this.
Nice. Arctos killed him. Perfect. That is nice.
Hey there.
Ah, because I was controlling the bear only, that's why I couldn't loot. Okay, so what do we have? We have some traps here that can go this way, but there was something to wear here. Perception. Yeah, let me see, because what I'm wearing now is fine. It's Stalker's Link for perception. You have reflex and healing bonus. You have aura of stealth and perception +3. You have defiance and of concentration +10. Actually, I don't know what is defiance. Let me just see that. Okay, you don't need defiance, I believe. And concentration you don't need it either. Maybe you can take the perception one here. You give that one to Durance. Ah, I see. It's not usable by a priest. Maybe if she could use it. Who can use it? Only by a ranger. That's why I gave it to her. Alright, I see. Well, she has to keep it then. What do you have? Intellect and resolve, and you have sunbeam and damage reduction against burn. You get the perception one then. It's okay. Yeah.
Hey there.
Alright. Nope.
They
Stealth.
shall see nothing while I see much.
Stealth is what I wanted. Let's go around before we attack that element. Fine mail armor. Okay. There might be... Yeah, there are two elements actually here. Okay, they saw me, goddammit. Even though I was stealthy. Right. And... let's see. Okay, now... next one...
Now it's done.
Perfect. Arctos killed it. Nice. And the first one... does it even say? The first one was killed by... okay, no, it doesn't say here. Okay, I killed the first one, apparently.
Hey there.
Alright then. It's actually not that important who did it, just for the statistics now. Images of men and women swinging hammers and heating iron over a forge fill this alcove, alright? What do we have here? Fighters in iron, relentless and fierce as the thousands of foes. Okay, I think that's everything. We only have the big room left, if I am not mistaken. So let's go there and take a look at this one. Because there is nothing here. Yeah, there's nothing. Alright. Back
I'm on
into
the trail.
stealth. I'm gonna save before we go into that room. Because you never know, there might be a boss fight. And I always have the the buffs in my inventory that I'm never using. Well, you know, if I happen to die at one point and I have to reload, then I will know and then I will be able to use these. Or if we go to the endless paths, because there it's going to be useful as well, I guess. Holy hell, what is this? A man and a woman carved from lustrous ager pour the contents of a vase at their feet. A small rain blight. Did we fight this thing before? Yes, we did. Okay, so
Hey.
usual tactic. And we have bigger ones there as well. Okay, those things are really easy to defeat. There's another room this way. Okay.
I'm on the trail.
Let's just go around here first, because there might be more of those water creatures. Yep, as I've said, there are more. Or at least one more. Well, three more, but yeah. Okay.
That's a good shot.
Come on, come on. Okay. That's all. Perfect. What is this primal water? This water is pure and clear and seems to be perpetually in motion even when the vessel that carries it is at rest. Okay. It is, I see. This is just the way back up here, which is okay. We could technically also open this one, which I will do just...
Hey there.
I'm on the
Because-
trail.
There might be also enemies down here. Will we see? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. We had the key to open this, which is weird because the other doors were without a key, I believe. Or was there? Did we use a key to open this one here? I don't remember. But it doesn't matter. We maybe need this. Yeah, we need the Engwithan key here as well. So this is not the last room of this area actually, so yeah. Let's see what is behind this one. Oh, some people just walked the other way. Let's see. What? Who were these people who just walked away from us? This is level 1 again. But haven't we been? Ah, no, yeah. It's as I had suspected previously. Because we couldn't reach this area here. And I thought, okay, maybe we reach it by going the other way there. And apparently that is the case. Holy hell. Is this one of those machines again that we've seen, for example, in Heritage Hill in Defiance Bay? Looks a bit like it. Although it looks a bit different on the side, so it might be just a similar one, but I guess we'll find out. Okay. Are we still in...
If secrets whisper here, I
Sneaking.
shall listen for them.
We just took a look, but nothing happened. Something in the ether hums and buzzes through your teeth. Okay. Yeah, those are disappearing when we touch them. This one doesn't. A haze of essence lingers over the body, as faint and insubstantial as a dust plume in a rider's wake. Yet, as you draw closer, whispered instructions echo in your ears and anticipation warms your blood. In a vision, you see the same stone machine you approached moments ago, but from a different height and angle, as if through different eyes. You'd heard rumors that some of your brethren were sent here months before, yet you see no sign that anyone has been here. In fact, the cobblestones are covered in a fine layer of dust, ash. You know suddenly that what this will cost you, and you're ready. The orders were clear. The effects of the machine in Cleaban Relak were wearing off. A child had been born not far from Durfort recently. Its soul intact, the machine would need to be reactivated. You and your companions take up your positions. You share a final look of affirmation between yourselves. They don't know your name and you don't know theirs, but you know that you're doing the work of the gods together. None of the rest matters. Two carved bands of stone in the middle of the machine grind into motion. They rotate in opposite directions, picking up speed until they spin like freshly greased carriage wheels. And a wind shrieks through the cavern, accelerating with the stone rings. You press your hands to your ears and grit your teeth against the noise. You're about to shut your eyes when you glimpse new movement. Rows of triangular flaps around the machine open like petals. You don't know what's happening in the machine, but you feel a tingling at your extremities. Searing pain spreads through your body, a hot knife separating every tissue and ligament within you. All the while it feels as if you're falling toward the machine, your stomach mashed against your spine. What happens next is too fast to process. You awaken from the vision to find yourself kneeling and gasping for air. Holding your head, you let the tiles between your knees gradually come into focus. As you catch your breath, you remember the strange scene you saw outside Kilantlis, where several robed figures fell amidst a howling bivouac. Looking at the ash scattered across the cavern floor, it is apparent that the Ladenki has been doing this, whatever it is, all over the Deerwood. So, Diego, are you feeling okay? Did you catch alcoholism from the Deerwoodens? His smile turns nervous as he looks you over, examining you for signs of injury. You were off in your own little dream for a moment. What's going on with you? Nothing actually happens. Oh, through the gates? Through the gates. Is that from here? Or was that something down there? Because No, it's completed here. The Acolyte's vision showed me mysterious ruins somewhere outside of Deerford. The Latin Key has sent operatives to find the site, though their purpose is unknown to me. I saw a vision of the Latin Key agents surrendering their souls to the Engwithan machine in Cleaban Relac. They performed the same ritual I witnessed outside Kilantlis, which means they must be doing this all over the Deerwood. The thoughts of one of the agents suggested that they were there to ensure that infants in the area would be hollowborn. Oh, I see, that is also the reason why no one in Deerford village was born healthily. They were all hollowborn, so we have to go back to Lady Webb to inform her about this. That is the only main quest we have, so I guess we're gonna do that. That might be the end of this act, but I'm not sure. We'll see about it. Help Marshal Forward and raise an army at Kednur. Yes, that's what I want to do. I'm not sure how long I can hold that off, or I probably should do this right before the end, because then I have most of the armies with me. But I'm not sure about that, to be exact, so let's see in the future. We could talk to her again to see if maybe we find out a bit more. Then, this is in Twin Elms, so not yet. Travel to the cliffs you saw in the vision. I don't know where they are, so we have to wait. Master below, we could go ahead and do that. As soon as this act is done, we go and do the next levels of the Endless Paths. And then we go do the first DLC, the White Marsh. The White March, but yeah, we'll see about that. First of all, we go probably back to Defiance Bay for the Lady Webb. This is Endless Path as well. Trials of Durance. Continue get to know Durance. Maybe we should talk to him, because I'm not really sure. We'll see. Search the battlefield for signs of the Saints' War. Yeah, we haven't found anything out there yet. Maybe we should look a bit more for it there. So that's something we should do while we're here. The Parable of Whale. Retrieve the stolen scroll. No idea where it is. The Blade of the Endless Path is also in the Endless Path, so I'm gonna take care of that later. Ring Finger Edit. The quest expires in 2 days. Ring Finger. Needham was a Glanfathan murderer who was notorious for both his brutality and his ability to avoid capture by the tribe's best hunters. When he was finally captured and put to death, his body was buried in a secret place near Cleaban Relac. Rio had given the unusual recommendation in the hopes that the Engwithan ruin would capture the killer's soul and prevent it from returning to the wheel. During a recent cleansing celebration, an Orlan child stumbled across Nidhen's grave. Not realizing what she had found, she told her parents, who guessed what it was, and in turn told other members of their tribe. Within a day, Nidhen's burial site had been plundered by a few foolhardy Clanfathans. The body carried away for ritual purposes. All that remained was the ring finger from his right hand. The Anam Father oppose the use of Nidhen's body for preparing sacred objects and will reward anyone who can return it to them. Alright, we have 3 options here. I'll probably send Aloth, because we've sent Pelagina once. We've also sent Sagani and Titumak once, but it took so long that I recalled them, because I didn't know that it would take longer, because there was no time limit. It didn't say anything. Let me send Aloth for this one. Aloth is assigned, alright. Can we turn this thing off somehow? I hope
On
so.
the hunt.
Let me stay stealthily. I hope that we can do something with it, because something in the ether hums. But it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like there's anything else we can do here. Fast modes, we keep it active. Yeah, there's no other way. But I saw like some people running up here. And I'm wondering where they went. Where is this going? You hear running water and see a small stream that carves its way into the mountain. Inspect the stream. A shallow bottom flickers and wavers just under the water's edge, but as you look toward the tunnel, the bottom disappears into darkness. From here it's impossible to tell how deep the stream is. However, a faint light plays along the walls of the tunnel. The echo of rushing water suggests that the tunnel and stream continue for quite some distance. Should I do, yeah, wait to the tunnel. You take slow, sloshing steps toward the mouth of the tunnel, holding yourself upright while the current tugs at your legs. The cold water leaves you gasping, and as it rises past your waist, you fight to control your breaths. The stream soon drops out from under your feet, and the current pushes you toward the tunnel with growing force. Can I go back and save the game? Know what I want to know? Swim to the tunnel. The current pushes you through the tunnel faster and faster, tugging you downward. Over your head, the tunnel narrows and drops, leaving only a thin pocket of air. You take a final deep breath before the current drags you into the depths. Rays of light pierce the darkness, but the current is moving too fast now for you to see more than flickering glimpses as you speed by. You keep your hands in front of yourself and focus on avoiding the jagged rocks that appear suddenly in the darkness, jutting from the walls. A light winks at you up ahead. You're approaching it fast, but it looks to be the mouth of a second smaller tunnel. You might be able to reach it, but your lungs have started to ache. Grab the edge to the tunnel. You wrap your fingers around the rocks, lining the tunnel, and peer into it. It terminates in a dead end, but something glints among the rocks at the far side. Reaching it would be a challenge for anyone without strong lung capacity. Oh, wow. Is this about athletics or constitution? I will send Adair. Adair pulls himself into the tunnel, executing deft scissor kicks while the passage narrows. At the end he finds a skeleton with a handle protruding from its ribs. Adair pulls it free and pushes off from the wall, propelling himself back towards the main tunnel. Yeah, constitution. It's good that I took him, because my constitution would be... that would be a death sentence. Well, it's good that he was able to do it. Swirling and tumbling through the darkness of the tunnel, you at last see a halo of light above, and you swim and kick towards it. At last your head breaks the surface. You gulp air into your aching lungs, and you pull yourself to the edge of the pool. Crawling out of the water, you look at the cavern around you as you massage, feeling back into your aching, old numbed limbs. You have gained an item, the Rose of Saltholo, added to inventory. Oh, we came up here. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Well, we have one item. The Rose of Saltholo, unique morning star, two-handed. It's a two-handed morning star? I thought a morning star is one-handed. Interesting. The only one who could be wearing it is probably Pallegina, because she's two-handed. Yeah, not Adair. Adair is one-handed. Crush damage, corrodes damage, restored his endurance. Yeah, I think I'll give it to Pallegina once she's back in our
Hey there.
party. Okay, so I should leave through this exit here, because obviously there will be tribesmen waiting for us outside, and we should be, well, avoiding them. We should avoid them for sure. So yeah, we probably have to... Wait a second. Isn't there an exit? Oh no, that's the way down. Okay, yeah. We go out here, of course, because that is the main entrance and we're not gonna risk anything. So let's go out here. Alright, are we able to get... Yeah. A broken bridge lies before you. Most of it appears to have crumbled into the river centuries ago, leaving two jagged ledges on either side of the water. You see a forested valley on the other side. You might be able to jump across the gap. Yes. You clear the gap without incident. Okay, nice. This time we didn't have a problem. Yeah, we still have to figure out where Adair's brother is laying at. Yeah, what do we have here? Did I check that up? Oh, yeah, I'll take it. Camp supply. Very nice. Yeah, that's not really helpful. I don't know where Adair's brother might be, because this is definitely the battlefield. But, oh, did I... No, I definitely saw this one, and it's not him. It's not Adair's brother. It's a bit too fresh, he said before, so yeah, I'm really confused now. If there's nothing here about Adair, Search the battlefield for signs of the Saints' War. I can't find anything about the Saints' War. Are those guys still here? Yes, they are still here. Let me save and talk to them before I do something dumb. I don't want to go past them. Obviously, they might attack me, so yeah, let me talk to them. Slave Hotta. The time for words is ended, Estremor. Go. Can we click a look here? Apparently not. I'm not going in there, for sure not. Interesting that there's nothing I can do now about Adair. I might come back in the future, because for now, I mean, it can't be, right? There must be something here. I'm confused. I mean, Adair was everywhere here, and he said, no, there's nothing.
Something metal in the ground. Over by that boat.
By what boat? Which boat? Something metal on the ground over by that boat. I don't see any boat. Here? Is there a boat? Where is he talking about a boat? I don't see any boat. I don't understand what you're talking about. Where is a boat here? Is it just too dark? Or what is it? Because I really can't see any boat. And now it's daytime, yeah? We were here when he said something about a boat. Something metal over by that boat? I wish it would show up, but it doesn't show up anywhere. Something metal over by that boat? Maybe I just talked to him? Oh, here! Yeah, I couldn't see that before. Red Siren standard piece. The tip of some metal object protrudes from a mound of watery river silt. With both hands, you and Ada begin digging in the mud until the object is dislodged. You close your hand around it and pull it from the wet earth. The object is a steel semicircular frame about the size of your fist. At even points around the semicircle, jagged points jut out like tongues of flame, the rays of a rising sun. At the sun's center is the carved silhouette of a volus pine.
I've seen these before. They top the standards of Raid Ceres. Or did when Weidman was alive.
Yeah?
Well, it's something. Just not sure what it gets me.
Do you think you can help us? Look, I appreciate you taking the initiative, but I don't think there's much chance that this nice stranger lady happens to be a cipher. If she is, I talked to her. The grieving mother looks at you. I will do what I can, but I will need the skill of a watcher to aid my own, to identify the soul once I have found its traces. She turns to Adair, her hand outstretched. Adair hands her the steel sun. The motion is mechanical, unconscious. The grieving mother takes the sun in one hand and yours in the other, and you can feel her presence in your mind, her thoughts bidding you to relax. Focus, she says, and the words reverberates as if through an endless chasm. You close your eyes and concentrate. The sun is bright in your mind's eye, warm with the pulse of collective experience and noisy with the thoughts of the past, of battle, of faith, of home. We drift from voice to voice, thought to thoughts, Adair's soul a vibrant signature with which to locate his brother. One voice stands out amidst the thin, brassy, and earnest, a shade brighter than Adair's, but unmistakably one of the same construction. You have no image of its owner, but his journey is imprinted within the points and curves of the steel sun, and in your mind it opens before you as a path stretching both southwards to Gilded Vale and northwards over the uneven terrain that joins the Deerwoods to Red Ceres. You trace the path back to its origin, far back as you can find, gliding over plains and hillsides to a one-room home in Gilded Vale with a thatched roof and a dirt floor. The path is faint here, its distance in time rendering images blurry and detailed scars. From Gilded Vale it follows a road toward Mortimer Bridge, reaching the gates of Defiance Bay before diverting abruptly, cutting northward in a beeline for Red Ceres. The path leads to Red Saren City, regal and austere in the Adir Imperial style. It winds through streets and climbs a grand set of stairs into a stately building, passing through pointed archways into what appears to be a throne room. Upon the throne sits a man whose head is pure, blinding light, and as its gaze turns to you, the light drowns out all else. Its voice carries the force of thunder, but its words are impossible to make out in the imprint echoes of echoes. The voice and light fade, and the path bends backwards, carrying you along to a barracks, then back southwards, marching into Deerwood and skirmishing along the way. Upon one battlefield, the imprint is vivid, and you see a red Syrian standard topped with a steel sun, clutched in the hands of a fallen soldier. You see a young man in red Syrian armor with either straw-colored hair race towards the standard and lifted, the path you've been following clear to see beneath his feet, and as his hand brushes the steel tip you can hear his thoughts racing in a blur, and they are of his god and his country and a brother he hopes is far away from this place. In an instant the thoughts are gone as well as the man, and the standard is passed to another soldier. You pick the path up again as it meanders south and disintegrates in the shadow of clear Banrilak. You open your eyes.
Anything? Looked like you were working real hard there.
Your brother got as far as Defiance Bay before turning to Red Series instead. He met Waidwin there, then he enlisted.
What'd he talk about with Widewin?
Waidwin's head was a beam of light.
I figured that. Woden and me had heard enough stories from his uprising to know it wasn't just some tall tale. Doesn't mean he was Aethys. It could have been some wizard's trick. It's what they talked about that's important. What'd they say?
I couldn't make that out.
That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Widewin? Why'd my brother fight for Raed Ceres?
I wish I had something better to tell you, really.
I guess that's it.
Peter's mouth hangs open and his eyes glaze, his forehead creased between his eyebrows. He rakes his teeth over his lower lip. We'll find some other way to know why he did what he did.
I don't think we will. What will we do? Look for more war relics? We were lucky to find this one. Soldiers that fought with him are long dead. The battle was a massacre. Whatever Aethys knows, he's not talking to anyone.
We don't have to wait around anymore. I got what I needed. If only there were words to fill such emptiness. Better yet, to remove his doubt, his questions. I regret that my answers have only deepened his pain. Yeah, I'm sorry there.
Hey there.
I wish we could have learned more. What? Taxes collected? Lost 20 coppers to bandits, earned 1,242. Okay, nice. Yeah, we have to wait. Aloth is assigned. Okay, let me end this episode here. And we will go back to Lady Web in the next episode to continue with the main quest. So, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. Until then, bye-bye.